So your brand is what other people say about you when you are not in the room. Now that statement is from Jeff Bezos from Amazon. Hi, Leanne Cohen's here, Digital Success Catalyst and owner of Marketing Leap. And today we are still talking branding and messaging. In actual fact, the whole month of February, we're talking branding and messaging. And what I wanted to talk about today was the perception that your clients have about your business and different things that you can do to help work around that. So when you think about it, if your brand is what other people are saying when you're not in the room, making sure that everything that you are putting out online actually aligns with what you stand for. And in previous videos, we've talked about your messaging, what you stand for, what it is that you do, and creating that perception and making sure that the perception that your clients have matches exactly what it is that you do and matches the messaging and the service that you provide. And that's one of the hardest things for business owners to actually create. So one of the things to actually keep in mind is the colors that you use. Now, colors always elicit some kind of an emotion. So making sure that when it comes to your branding, that you are actually using specific colors that are pretty much aligned with what you stand for is really important, because it's all about alignment. As I've said numerous times, your clients need to see and hear you 22 times, and they are so busy online. You cannot afford to have a disconnect between what you're saying and what you're doing and what you're actually putting out online. So when it comes to colors, and I do actually have a great little 9-page workbook that you can download. It's just a series of questions, and we actually go into this a little bit deeper that will actually help you with your branding and your messaging. You need to have a look at what exactly it is that you want your clients to feel about you and when they see anything that you put out online. So having a little bit of an understanding when it comes to the psychology of colors is always a good idea. For example, you'll notice that most politicians are quite often wearing a blue tie. A lot of bankers, it's all about blue, because blue generally creates a sense of security and integrity and a feeling of peace. Having said that, on the negative side, it can also be perceived as being cold and very, very masculine. Whereas if you take the likes of yellow, which is seen as energetic and it's happy and it's all about intellect and joy, on the negative side, it can be seen as irresponsible and unstable. Again, my branding colors are red. So for me, red is all about passion and energy and what I stand for, and everything that I do around marketing is creating that sense of energy and passion and strength when it comes to standing out online. Now, on the flip side, I have to be very careful, because red is also seen as anger, danger, and warning. So making sure that your brand colors align is just so important, which is why with my brand colors, I actually pair it with a silver or a bit of a gray, because from the silver side, it's actually seen as glamorous and high tech. And from the gray, it's also security and stability and solid. So making sure that when you do start putting your brand together, that the message you're portraying and the colors that you're putting out there actually align with what it is that you're putting into words is unbelievably important. Again, it's getting back to what is it that you stand for? Who is it that you're talking to? Who is your ideal client? And then taking a step back and having a look at what is the emotion or the feeling that I want my ideal client to have when they're dealing with me and dealing with my business. And again, you get into fonts as well, which is a big thing. So, making sure that you have messaging and branding that aligns with what it is that you're saying is so important. Like I said, I do have a workbook for you to download if you'd like to work through this yourself. I also do have on the 28th of February a branding and messaging workshop. And, if you're not on the Gold Coast, that's actually not such a big deal, because we are also looking at Zooming the workshop as well. So if you can put 4 hours aside to come and join us, that would be fantastic. If you are interested in the Zoom link, just pop a message below and I can get that out to you. But as I said, when it comes to showing up online, your clients need to see and hear you 22 times. So you need to make sure that the colors and the fonts that you use when you are showing up also align with the message that you're portraying and speaks and shares that correct message to your ideal target market. So I hope that has been of some value to you today. If you have any questions, please comment below. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video next week. Have a great one. Bye.